Okay, if I can get you to first tell me and spell your name.
Okay, Ariana, Arionna, and the last name is White, as in the color.
Okay, so what were you doing out here today?
Out today from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., Talented Student Activist Coalition was sitting in this main part of the library, demonstrating a silent demonstration for Black Lives Matter.
And what happened? Who came down and what happened?
Approximately about 30 minutes before we were even supposed to stop, the dean of the library, Miss Bonnie Allen, I do believe, came down and told us that we needed a permit to talk in this space of the library. And then we had to move outside and finish our conversation. And if we did not move outside, she was going to call the cops.
Did she call the cops?
I'm assuming she didn't because they're not here yet.
How many people did you have? What was the setting whenever she came down?
Right as she came out, that was actually like the peak of it all. It was about 15 to 20 people, but when we first set up outside, in that area, a gentleman actually came out and told us that we could sit right there, we could talk right there, as long as we wasn't blocking any of the 3 doorways, and it was perfectly fine.
And how long were y'all out here before she came down?
About a couple hours.
And since she came down, has anyone else been out to stop you, or?
No, she was literally the only person that came down here. I mean, even the guy who told us that we had to, the guy that told us that we could sit out here, just make sure that we're not blocking any of the doorways, he came out very frequently, even when our numbers were still building, and took pictures and took videos. He was very supportive of what we were doing.
Did you catch his name?
I did not.
So what was kind of your move after she started to call the cops?
After she told us to call the cops, honestly, my biggest thing was I'm not going anywhere, especially since we have a talk tomorrow that's about free speech on campus. A lot of us paid thousands of dollars, like everyone else, to stand in this library. It's not like we wasn't even in the actual library. Like, we're standing in that lobby area where everyone talks at right there. Everyone talks right there before they even step through the threshold of the library. But after that, a couple of people, even one young lady who wasn't part of our coalition or anything, she actually called someone, and she was able to talk to the lady who's actually over booking rooms and permits. And the lady told her that the only time that we have to book a space or a permit to talk for a mass group of people is a student union building.
So you guys have other protest plans this week. So what are your plans this week, and has this affected your plans?
No, it has not affected our plans. Our other plans is really the exact same thing that we did today, but for the rest of the week, but on different places on campus.
Where else will you be and what times?
I know for sure tomorrow, the KUC from 11 to 2, but the purpose of the demonstration for the KUC is to roll around a petition, and basically we're focusing on the Talented 10th is focusing on getting a multicultural center approved this year. So Tuesday, the KUC, because we feel that would be a perfect place, we're basically just going to focus on a multicultural center, and then we'll go back to demonstrating for Black Lives Matter. But that, like I said, that was tomorrow for the KUC. Wednesday, I do believe, is the Student Union building. We will definitely see how that goes, but honestly, we've done it in front of the Student Union building twice now. The lady who we had to book rooms to has already seen us. She knows what we do. She's never said anything to us. This was literally the first time that someone of authority has actually came out. Someone has actually came out and said that we had to go outside or she's gonna call. Sorry, can I start over?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the first time that someone of authority has actually came out and told us that we had to either go outside or they're gonna call the cops.
Is there anything that you want to add that I didn't ask you about that's important to what happened today?
We were we've been doing this for literally about, honestly, 3 weeks now. We took a week off to get ourselves emotionally back together. Because honestly, all because we're sitting out here doing silent demonstrations, we've had people stare at us. We've had people tell us "F you." We've had people tell us just a bunch of ignorant stuff has happened. So we honestly have to take a break off so that we can get ourselves emotionally back together. But this is literally day one of our week-long demonstration. And we've already had someone, the dean of the library. And I just kind of figure if you're the dean of the library, then you should know that you don't need a permit to talk in this space. I mean, we're not getting in the way of anyone's studying. I mean, it's not like we were in like the actual like lobby or like on an actual floor where people actually do study. We were standing in a space where people have conversation all the time. And I mean, it really just goes back to a couple weeks ago when a good friend of mine, he actually was playing his music out loud. He was playing his music out loud in front of the SUB, and someone called the cops on him for the type of music that he was playing. But of course, cops can't write a ticket saying you can't play your music. So of course, what's the next best way to write a ticket? You're playing your music too loud and you can't play it out loud. So it's just kind of like, okay, so act number 2 of what we can and cannot do on this campus. And it just that just really bothers me, because you're telling somebody that they can't play their music out loud of the Student Union building when people literally stand right behind us and play music all the time, live music. They bring speakers, plug it up. People play music on campus all the time out loud. Nothing has ever been said. People smoke on this campus all the time and no one says anything to them. I've been here for 2 years. I've never seen anyone get a ticket wrote for smoking cigarettes. And it's not like they do it secretly. They walk past cops smoking cigarettes. No one writes a ticket. No one says anything. But the first time that we play our music out loud, it's a problem. Or the time that we stand out here where everyone else has free conversation, it's a problem. It's becoming too much.